What's up with y'all boys, man? Exclusivebuildz here, where we do everything exclusive. And today, video is actually by the title, man. We back with another NBA player build template. And today, bro, man, we got Paulo Banchero, bro. A 6'10", basically do it all, rising star. You know what I'm saying? Even though this year it isn't one of his best years, but hey, he's still a very solid player. He still have the time, the age, the potential, all of that to turn it around and still be able to be a very valuable and, you know what I'm saying, useful player for his team and an all-star for the East. You know what I'm saying? But today we got bro build. I'm not about to sit and do too much talking. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. But before we do that, man, get this video a chance to like some video. That'd be very appreciated. And if you're new here, go ahead and stay here, hit that sub button. You feel me? You know, I was happy we'll get to 5,000 subs. All that would be very appreciated. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So we going power forward. Only reason I'm going power forward so I can keep him around the rim, because this build will be better the more you're around the rim on defense and even on offense. But if you want to go small forward, you definitely can. And even at center and the record randoms, you definitely can hold your own with the way these +2s and cap breakers is going to be for this build. And speaking of caps, all you really need on this build is 18 caps. Anything else after that, it just enhances the build. Even like going to 20, you could probably get gold dimer, which I will all see all of that in a second. But 18 to 20 caps, all you need on this build. Now I know that's a lot for some of us. It's very easy to get to. But man, let's go ahead and get to the build. So we're going power forward, 6'10", 216 on the weight with a 7'1" wingspan. And we're going to start out with our physicals first. Alright, y'all, for speed and agility, bro, we're going to max both of these out. For the simple fact that at 6'10", bro, we need to be able to move as fast as possible to get to the rebounds as fast as possible, play lanes, all that shit. So yeah, that's just that on that. Need to max both of those out. And the same thing with the strength, we're gonna max this all the way out to 84, mainly to get the strong handles badge on Hall of Fame. And we will be using a +1 to get that joint to legend, our first legend badge on this build. And the second legend badge, potentially with caps, we're going to have a physical finisher is eventually going to go with legend. We're adding 3 caps to the layup. That's going to give us a gold physical finisher. And in the tier 1 category, I'm pretty sure that is definitely in the tier 1 category. We're going to be +2 on that, you know what I'm saying, to get it to legend. Now physical finisher, that badge is very elite when it comes to finishing layups and stuff like that, and being as tall as possible. You will get more crazy animations and a wider green window, so you can definitely perform and pull off a lot of moves that Paulo Banchero does in real life. And then we do get the box out beast on gold and shit like that eventually. Well, not box out beast, I'm tweaking. The brick wall, we can +1 that to get it to gold, so we can definitely run pick and rolls, shit like that. And even at silver, still running pick and rolls is very solid. And then as far as vertical, man, we're gonna go with a 83 on the vertical, just so we get that pogo stick on Hall of Fame to get a little bit more rebounds, second chance jumps, you know what I'm saying, for boards, just in case we miss some shit, or blocks, jump shot contest, all that. You know what I'm saying, vertical is gonna help with everything. But yeah, physicals, this is what it is. Now let's go to move on to the finishing. Alright, bro, so far as close shot, I believe this is going to go to a 74 because it's tied to something, and we do get the Paint Prodigy badge on bronze. Now if you want to get it to an 84 to get that on silver, by any means, do what you do with your template and figure out how to do that. But 74, that's all we're going to have. And layup at base model is going to go to an 84 lay at base model. Now I know we're 1 point away from getting this 85 rating at base model, which is cool. We don't really need that though, because with adding 3 cap breakers here, it's going to take us all the way from an 84 to a 90. And we need that, you know what I'm saying? We need that physical finish and shit like that on silver. I mean on gold, we need it, you know what I'm saying? Having it layup mix matched on silver for a 6'10" is cool. We don't necessarily need that on gold or none of that. But if you want to figure out how to get that on gold, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely get in this lab and figure out how to add 5 cap breakers to your layup or whatever the case may be to get your layup mix matched on gold at 6'10". But me personally, I don't think it's needed. But yeah, that's just that on that. Driving dunk, we're going to go all the way to a 91 at base model, and that's going to give us our off ones, off 2 pro contact dunks without having to add any caps. And when we do finish putting cap breakers and shit like that on mid range, we will be using 2 cap breakers here, because on the midi we're only going to be doing 3 cap breakers to the midi, and our other 2 points will be going here to this driving dunk, so we can get our posterizer stuff like that on gold. And being at 6'10", having that on gold is very solid. And even if you want to +2 that as well, you know what I'm saying, you could get legend posterizer on this build and have hella fun and get hella easy dunks. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an option. Standard dunk for this build, we're going to go with a 72. I mean, actually 75. All we really need on this build, honestly, is a 72 just to get the rise up on bronze. But I went 75 to get the Giannis dunk package. If you don't care about that Giannis dunk package, take these 3 points off, and go right back to a 72 and add them points elsewhere. But standard dunk, this is all we gonna have. And even the 81 standard dunk is a viable rating for Paulo, but we just not gonna fuck with it. We cool with a 75 to the 72 rating. Post control at base model though, we're going with a 79 post control, and we get all our post badges on silver, and we do eventually get post fade phenom on gold, which is very solid. Now if you're only going to be doing post fades, if you know your jumper, you got your mid-range high enough, you know what I'm saying, you don't necessarily need this at all. If you don't feel like doing any post spins, drop steps, none of that other post shit, if you don't know how to do all that, you can definitely take this off and change this up and make the build look different. But hey, it's a Paulo template, so we just got to make it damn near as close as not unique, but accurate as possible. You know what I'm saying? So having this post control is definitely needed. But if you want to get up to 87 though, when I do see this cap breaker screen with 5 caps, you definitely can do that to get a post spin and post up pour joint on gold. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have that ability to do that. You know, but as far as finishing, this is all we got right here. Now that we're going to move on to the shooting. Alright, y'all boys, so far as mid-range at base model, man, we're going with a 79 mid-range on this build, and with adding 3 cap breakers here, it's going to take us from a 79 to an 87 rating, so we can have all silver shooting badges. Our post fade phenom will be on gold though, and so is our set shot specialist will be on gold. Now for the people that have your shooting specialization done, like me, I will be specialized in shooting on this build. But also another thing I forgot to mention in the finishing, if you have the finishing category done as well, you can most definitely specialize in the finishing. You know what I'm saying? So far as this build, shooting and finishing is the best 2 options for specializations. You know what I'm saying? But as far as shooting, +3 to midi, and 3-pointer is going to go to a 47 on the 3-pointer, and it's going to take us all the way with just 5 caps. Our first 5 actually is going to take us all the way from a 47 to an 80 rating, and that's very solid for Apollo. It's balanced, bro. It's balanced, and we still get our set shot space and shit like that. All that will probably be still on gold and all that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely be very solid rating. I don't necessarily think Apollo needs a very high 3-pointer on this build, because he's not that much of a crazy 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it balanced, bro. But if y'all definitely want to get up to 85 to 87 rating, 86, my bad, as y'all clearly can see, we get up there to the 86. If you want to do that, you can definitely figure out how to change and mess around with this 3-pointer. Probably go to like a 55.3 or something, and you probably get up to 85.3, or even an 83. You know what I'm saying? Just get the limits range on bronze. But if y'all want to do all that, y'all can most definitely do that. And then as far as this build on the free throw wise, I think I did at 85 to 87 or something like that. I'm just keeping it at 85 for right now because I know it's around this range. But if I'm wrong, I'll come back to it and change it. If you don't play fives, man, take this free throw off and add these points elsewhere before I shoot. This is pretty much all we're gonna have. Now for the niggas that skip my videos and probably gonna say some dumb shit like Paulo Banchero having no 3, having his little mid-range, bro, we using cap breakers, bro. If you don't know what cap breakers is by now, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But shooting, this is all we got here. Now let's go to move on to the playmaking. Alright, y'all boys, so far as pass accuracy, bro, we're just gonna get all silver passing badges, and we rock out with that 76 rating. 76 rating. Actually, we went to a 78 rating to get to De'Aaron Fox pass style, which is one of the best pass styles in the game, especially for low ratings. And then when y'all do see the cap breaker screen, man, you do have the ability to get up to an 87 to get that break starter on gold, and the rest of these pageant badges on gold if you decide to add 5 caps here. Which when I get to that cap breaker screen, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all what order I would go to from 0 to 15, maybe even 20. And then as far as ball handle at base model, we need that strong handles on Hall of Fame, so we're going with a 77 rating. And yeah, that's just that on that 77 rating. 16, you get all these other badges and very solid, decent dribble moves as well. And having that badge on Legend is definitely gonna make you a very solid ball handler at the 16 if you know how to activate that animation a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to get it to activate on the ones, unstoppable, 3s, unstoppable, and even on the 5s in certain situations, it can be very, very good, and you know what I'm saying, come in handy. But as far as speed with ball though, bro, we gonna max this all the way out as well, so we can get that lightning launch on bronze, and we will be using a tier 2 +2 on this to get it to gold, so we can be able to move as fast as possible with the ball in our hand. And with custom takes, you do have the ability to get, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure it gives you +10 or +15. Either way, you'll have an 80 speed ball on 610 or an 85 speed ball, you know what I'm saying, at 610. Now either way, very solid, very solid. The faster you are, the better, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, custom take, use speed with ball only, and they give you +10, maybe to +15. And then as far as takeovers, you could use sharp tape to get ankle breakers, or you can use the slashing tape, whatever you want to use, you know. But as far as playmaking, man, this is pretty much it. Now let's go to move on to the defense. Alright, bro, so far as interior, man, we gonna rock out with a 74 interior. Since we are around the rim a lot, bro, 74, it should be solid enough for Paulo Banchero. We do get the post lockdown. That's all we need. Perimeter, we're gonna go with a 73 perimeter, just so we can get all the bronze and silver perimeter badges. And then for our steel at base model, we're gonna go with a 47 on the steel, and we're adding 5 cap breakers here. It's gonna take us all the way from a 47 to a 75 steel. 2K Labs and all these other people say 75 steel get you better steel, like reaches and animations and shit like that. So having that, you know what I'm saying, on the build be very solid for lanes. And with being 6'10", it's gonna be very, very, very tough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, silver interceptor, solid. Block, we're gonna go with a 74 on the block. Just get all the bronze badges. And hey, we just gonna keep our defense on this build very balanced and just have silver to bronze defensive badges, since Paulo isn't nowhere near like a very elite 6'10" defender, or just a defender in general, you know. So we just gonna keep shit balanced and really just have all 70 ratings on the defensive end. But if y'all boys do want to change this up, when y'all do see this cap breaker screen, you definitely do have the ability to do a lot more with this, you know what I'm saying. But as far as defense, this is pretty much it. Now let's go to move on to the rebounder. Alright, so as far as rebounder, bro, we're gonna keep this shit balanced, bro. Since we are at the 4 and maybe at the 5 sometimes, bro, we're just gonna keep this shit balanced and go 85-0 and 85 D board, and that's gonna give us gold box out beast. And eventually you can +1 your rebound chaser from silver to gold. You know what I'm saying? It's depending on if you're at the 5 or at the 4, or if you're playing record randoms, or if you're with a squad. Now if you're playing with a squad and you're at center, +2 that to get it off, to get way more rebound chances and second chance points for your team. But if you're under record randoms, just +1 it. You know what I'm saying? Get that joint to gold. And even if you don't want to get it to gold, silver, it's just fine. It's just fine. But as far as the rest of these points, I'm pretty sure 87 free throw. Boom. This is finish off my Paulo Banchero build. If y'all like what y'all see here, let me know down in the comments below. But if you don't, hey, it is what it is. Change it, make it to your liking. Just a template. But yeah, now let me show y'all this cap breaker screen. Alright, y'all boys, so far as the order, I would go with my 20 cap breakers. My first 5 is going to go to my 3-pointer, 83 ball. Next 3 is going to go to the midi, get my 87 midi for KD, go-to shot, all silver shooting badges. Then my next 2 will go to the driver done to get my gold posterizer. And then after that, that's 10 cap breakers. And then as far as my 15, I will go adding 3 points to my layup. And then 2 points to the steal, 60 steal, 90 lay with 15 caps. And then as far as the 18, we will finish off the steal, you know what I'm saying, to get me to my 75 steal rating. That's all 18. That's all we need. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we end up getting 20 caps, with 2 more caps, we're going to add it to our pass accuracy to get an 82 for gold, dimer and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it for 20 caps. That's it. If y'all boys do want to change up and make anything else differently here, you know what I'm saying, you most definitely can do that. You know what I'm saying? You can get up to 87 pass accuracy as well with 23 caps. And you'll get your break starter shit like that on gold if you want to do that. And if you want to find a way to get 93 layup, you can do that as well. Or if you want to add 5 caps to get that 87 post, you also do have that option as well. And if you want to max out your perimeter defense, you do have that option as well to get to 83 perimeter defense on this build. And even vertical, you can get up to 88 vert. Like, there's multiple different things you could do with this build with your caps. And I'm going to leave that up to y'all. Alright, y'all boys, y'all seen that cap breaker screen. Like I said, you only need 18 cap breakers really. Even 20 will be very solid to get that diamond shit like that on gold. Now, that was just the order that I was going in though. What I would do with my caps. Now, if y'all feel the need to add anything else there, y'all definitely seen there is multiple different ways you could make, you know what I'm saying, use your cap breakers to make this build a little different. You know what I'm saying? I definitely made sure to give y'all boys an option. But as far as the build name, man, Boil Hunting Slasher, for as our original build name, without adding the shooting caps and shit, this is a very solid name. Like, I honestly fucks with this name heavy. So even when you do add your cap breakers onto the build, if it ain't something better than this, fool, I wouldn't even switch it. Because then at that case, you know what I'm saying, you'll be my motherfucking catfish. You know what I'm saying? We out there fading KD go-to shots or Paulo go-to shots or whatever, bro. We be out there going crazy, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, this name, some catfish shit eventually when you add your shooter caps. and I fucks with it. But as far as the shades, since our shooting and shit isn't there, we got all the old niggas, all the Hall of Famers, but it's very solid. You know what I'm saying? We got Charles Oakley, Sean Kemp, and Amari Stoudemire. Can't go wrong with that, bro. Can't go wrong with that at all. Very solid shades for old heads, all the famous. But other than that, man, shit, this is a very solid Paulo Banchero template. If y'all agree with me, let me know down in the comments below. And just overall, let me know what y'all think about this build, or what y'all would change, or what y'all would do with it. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all do like this build, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and make this joint. You know what I'm saying? It's very solid. Won't waste your money, I promise you. You would definitely be able to perform and move just like Paulo. But yeah though, bro, shit, that's the end of this video. Ain't really too much else to say besides say I'm out of here. But before I go to get this video 10-20 likes on the video. That'd be very appreciated. And if you're new here, gonna stay here, hit that sub button, you feel me? Help your boy get to 5,000 subs. Turn your post notifications on, share the video so it can push out to the YouTube recommended, so everybody can see this very raw ass Paulo Banchero template, you know? But yeah, man, all of that would be very appreciated. And man, I'm out of here. Catch y'all boys in the next video.